What's up, guys, and welcome back to my garage. If you're enjoying this series, make sure to leave a like on the video. It'd be greatly appreciated. In the last episode, we scooped up our first ever NIV pickup truck, and it was a little banged up. We did kind of have to replace just about the entire front end, but we put it on some lifted springs and converted it to be a dually, which is especially weird because this is a four-wheel drive unit. I can't say I've ever seen any four-wheel drive dualies rolling around, but maybe it's a thing. I honestly don't know. So our end goal for today is we need to engine swap this thing. With what? I don't actually know yet. Our first order of business is going to be trying to make a few quick bucks, though, because our money situation isn't looking all that great. We only have $5,800 at the moment, so I'm going to load up our scrap piles, plural, into the trailer, and we'll use the Wolf wagon since it already has the tow hook on it, and just drive it on over to Scapegoat. You know, it would probably be a better idea to hook up the Wolf wagon to the trailer first so that all the stuff in there doesn't go flying. I've been getting asked more and more about this as of late. Am I ever going to repair the back half of the Wolf wagon? And the answer is probably not, because this is kind of like our courier vehicle. It's like our delivery vehicle, our trailer tow rig today. I mean, it's kind of a jack of all trades, but it just seems to continue to get banged up, or the rear glass will shatter for whatever reason. Probably because it's so dirt nasty low, honestly. But I wouldn't change a thing about it. All right, that is one pile down and one to go. I always try to keep the... Oh, look at that's great. I always try to keep the trailer door shut, especially when we have so many things being crammed into it at once. Otherwise, they will just start pouring out the back end there. So, just a few more things. We'll go see our boy. Oh, good. He's already open. Hey, what are your hours again?
Hey, bud, don't be going
8 to noon.
Too much Bondo now.
Pff, I would never. That's crazy that you would even suggest such a thing. Me? Bondo? No. It's like he knows, dude. It's like he knows that we just used a whole can of Bondo on like one fender for the new NIV pickup.
I knew this guy when I lived in Finland. What was his name? Flatari, I think? Yeah,
Brother.
Go way back.
Yeah, same. We actually don't talk about him anymore. Thanks for the reminder, though. The constant reminder. I always try to hold on to the big ticket items till the very end. So let's see. 400 schmackaroonies, dude. Scapegoat, pleasure as always. Let's try to not bring up Fleetari ever again, ever. Okay, cool, thanks, good talk. But that brings us up to a whopping $7,600, which isn't a lot in the grand scheme of things, but we'll make it work, dang it. In other news, we are still locked out of our storage units. A lot of you had some good theories as to why, and I did have an air ride mod installed there for a while. I ended up deleting it. Actually, I believe the Wolf wagon was the vehicle that I had air ride put on. One of the vehicles that we have stored in there has to have something installed on it from a mod that is no longer installed in the game, if that makes any sense. Or at least that's what a lot of you were suggesting the problem was. But it's still locked, so it is what it is. You know what? We'll keep on keeping on. But engine swap, NIV pickup truck. We have several options. I don't really know what we can afford right now necessarily, but let's check out our V8. Let's see, how much is a block? Just an engine block for a V8. Well, the modded 373 cubic inch V8 is $3,400, so that's probably not gonna happen. What about just the in-game, the default one? $1,300, and we only have $7,600 at our disposal. And then we need 2 cylinder heads, 2 cylinder head covers, 2 exhaust manifolds. The list goes on and on and on. So I don't know that we're going to be able to afford a V8 today, unfortunately. But there are several other options for us, like a straight 6, for example. That block would only cost us $800, but we did just do one of those in the cash cab, didn't we? This one was different, though, if I remember right. It was at least turbocharged. I don't know if I want to just do another one of those. You know, we probably won't be driving this thing anytime soon, so I'm kind of tempted to just yoink the engine out of this, and we'll see how it performs in a four-wheel drive dually NIV pickup. I like that idea. Let's get this thing brought in the shop, and we'll get that engine taken out. Dude, we're gonna save so much money doing this. And I think we're gonna work outside today. The lighting in the garage isn't really that great anyways. So long as the sun stays out, I guess we'll be able to see perfectly fine. So first things first, let's disconnect the fuel line, battery leads, and what else? Oh, exhaust, transmotion, and then probably radiator hoses. And just like that, our beloved cash cab has once again become just a rolling shell. So let's get this lowered down off the hoist, and we'll get the NIV pickup truck put in its place. The wheelbase of this thing is so much more narrow than the cash cab. I'm kind of thinking we might have a difficult time lifting it. Oh, maybe not. Maybe not. I don't really care where those end up sitting at either. It's not like we're doing any body work right meow anyways. We do still have to get rid of the rust on this side skirt rocker panel deal. Looks like it goes all the way inside as well. So we'll take care of that. Don't you worry. We will take care of that. Now that the wheels are up off the ground, though, we just have to do pretty much the same procedure we did to the cash cab to this. Out with the old and in with the new. I am a bit skeptical about the transmission, though. I feel like it's probably not going to work with the straight six, but we'll try. No, it's not even letting me tighten the bolts. Okay, so we're gonna have to rip that thing out of there as well. It had a 5-speed gearbox, which I like. It was just specific to a 4-cylinder, not a 6-cylinder. So gearbox 5 right here, $1,000. That's the only thing that we've had to purchase for this vehicle thus far, and we probably could have just robbed that same gearbox from the cash cab as well, but it's all good. Okay, this time for sure. Let's see if we can tighten these. Got them. Beautiful. It looks like we are running into a similar issue to what we experienced with Cash Cab, where the straight six is just a little too long for this engine bay, so we've got some accessories and stuff kind of clipping into the radiator. But hey, we made it work on the Cash Cab, so we'll make it work on this thing too. I don't know if we're going to be able to reuse these hoses, or if we're gonna have to get different ones. Oh no, they're the same. Hoses are interchangeable. Never mind. What? There's no starter? Oh, you know what? It's probably still on this transmission, and it is. Okay, yeah, I'm gonna steal that. Moving on to the exhaust, this is the original one from the NIV. I don't know that it's going to work now that we've swapped the engine to something else. Not looking good. Not looking good for that one. What about this guy? It might not line up with our, like, cutout in the rear bumper. But let's at least get it fastened right yonder. And we'll head around back. It looks like it's routed okay. It is kind of going through a frame rail. Oh, and it's so long. Okay, yeah, we can't be caught dead in this thing, dude. That is not gonna happen. We've still got the downpipe on there, so we just need whatever would come after the downpipe. We have this option, or that's for a lad. Was the cash cab a 4-door? It was. Okay, so that's why it's so much longer. We could just get the one for the lad. I realize it's an NIV, the lad coupe, I mean, because it should be a little bit shorter. Okay. Oh, bud, I'm gonna need you to stop doing that. There we go, so I can pick you up. Let's see if this will actually be the proper length. Survey says so much better. The last one, dude, we had like 2 extra feet of exhaust on there. This one does still kind of seem like it's going through, well, this time the strut instead of the frame rail. I guess that's a little bit better. So let's grab our wrench, We'll get those two bolts tightened up, and then we can fire her up. See how she sounds. Please, please just sound as good as it did in the cash cab. Oh, it's money, dude. Money. Okay, e-brake down. Let's put her around just a little bit, you know? Get a feel for her. Now that it has quite a bit more horsepower than the four-banger that was in it before, dude, this is nice. Still not like, there's our turn. Still not like a missile, you know? It's not stupid fast. I definitely don't think we'll be getting in any accidents as easily as we have in some of our faster machines, but it's feeling pretty dang good right about now. And honestly, I don't hate the sort of pistachio green that it is right now. Let me see the color code for that. A7B7A9. So normally I wouldn't respray this in the driveway of our shop anymore. Now that we're able to spray an entire vehicle over at the other garage in town or wherever the heck that place is at. But because all we replaced was just the front end, I don't want to pay for an entire respray when all we need painted is right here and this rust spot touched up. So I'm going to get the sandblaster out here and we'll see if we can't just take care of that real quick. Well, that was short-lived. Kind of ran out of sand. We'll top her up. We'll be back in action in no time. All right, that should be all of it. Let's see how we're doing on rust. 5-star rust condition. Beautiful. Dude, 9,300 bucks. I don't remember what we scooped this up for, but it was definitely a lot less than that. I'm going to leave the door open so we can get that door sill and everything resprayed. What's going on here? What's that business about? Is it just the door card? It might just be the door card, like, clipping through the door. Also just realized we're missing a mirror, so we will most certainly be getting a new one of those, but let me finish painting first. We're probably going to need to get another can. Yeah, this is one of those 2-can Sam type situations. Just one more, though. All we've got left is the hood. And now that we have that done, I'm curious to see what our total value on old girl is now. 10,000? Wait, color condition. I'm sorry, what? Color condition 2 stars? The entire thing is the same color. What do you mean color condition 2 stars? Even after adjusting the color here, it's still just 2 stars. I don't understand why that would be. Maybe because it thinks it's a full-size NIV, yet it's been converted into a truck. So like a portion of the vehicle technically is missing and therefore not painted. I don't really know. I'm going to try to save and quit and come back and we'll see if that fixes it. It did not fix the problem, unfortunately, but I'm guessing that my assumption where it thinks it's a full-size NIV, but now it's a truck, so technically a portion of the vehicle isn't painted. I'm thinking that that's probably the case here. But who knows? Let me know if you know down in the comments. But 10,000 schmackaroonies for this whip is pretty dang solid. Okay, next, let's try to tackle the interior. Looks like we're going to need a sun visor, door card, seats. We can do better. We can get some much better looking seats for this thing for sure. I'd really hate to have to drive all the way out to the upholstery shop just for one measly door card, but it's kind of looking like that's what we're going to need to do here, because the only color that we can get from our catalog is like the dark brown interior pieces. If I go back to interior, see the seats are brown, even the handbrake, all that stuff is just brown. I gotta go. It is unfortunate, but we gotta go. On second thought, let's do that tomorrow, because I don't remember if that store has set hours or not, but 8 a.m. Getting started bright and early. One more quick thing before we head out. I removed the windshield in the previous episode and did not replace it. So we need to do that straight away. It'd be awful to be, you know, cruising down the road and bugs just flying, hitting you in the face, getting in your mouth, going up your nose. Who knows? Who knows what could happen? Where's the windshields? Right. The window category, of course. There it is. 93 buckaroonies. Not too shabby. And we should be able to just pop this thing on there, and we'll be on our way. Easy as that. Do we have fuel? Barely. We barely have enough. Yeah, we're gonna fill up too, just before we head out. Make sure there's no traffic coming. We are golden, and fuel door is on the right side, looks like. I'm curious of how many of you knew this, but if you look at your fuel gauge, whichever side the like fuel pump handle is on, that's the side of the vehicle that your fuel door is on as well. Why is our, hang on, can we shut this off? I don't know if you guys saw that, but our coolant temp was through the roof, and that's because I didn't top up the radiator after we did the engine swap. Not a big deal. We've got coolant here we could use, and we are at the store, so we can just buy more if we need it. I'm glad I noticed that now, though, and not once we were already, you know, a couple 100 miles down the road. All right, it's got coolant. Let's check the dipstick real quick. It's got plenty of oil in it. I think we're good to go. Brake fluid still chilling there. We just need fuel. That's the last. Did it really lie to me? Oh, no, it's right here. I was like, ain't no way. Ain't no way the fuel door's on the other side, dude. The fuel gauge does not lie. We should be good now. Should be. I'm just gonna sit here for a sec and make sure our coolant temp doesn't spike on us again. If it just sits in the middle, right in that sweet spot, that'd be perfect. Okay, thermostat has opened. It appears to be maintaining operating temp, so we should be ready to rip. Okay, well, she's ripping. She's running great, but I'm starting to think oh, okay, killed it. First time I've done that, I swear. Kind of thinking I might have missed my turn. It's been a while since we've been to the upholstery shop. I want to say there was a bridge. Maybe it's the bridge just down here. There's some bridge we need to cross, and then it's pretty much a straight shot. Is it this road? Is it straight? Dude, honestly, it's been too long. Looks like, honestly, we could go either way. So I'm just gonna go straight to make it a little bit easier on myself. Okie dokie. I'm not gonna lie, as you guys probably would have seen, I about lost control of this thing several times on the way up here. But thankfully, the one time we came very close to rolling over, we didn't. So that's very, very good. It doesn't seem like our battery is charging at the moment, which maybe our alternator is on its way out. Let me jump back up in here. We'll hopefully have enough juice to make it home. But let's get the interior color changed to the gray that we need. And then we're here for the NIV stuff. So that's all LAD. Looks like this is gonna be NIV. Perfect. Trunk door trim. I feel like that's gotta maybe go over this. Let's buy it and we'll try it. If not the end of the world. We can just sell it back off to Scapegoat. Okay, yeah, it's not gonna go there. That's fine. Like I said, no harm done. But what we do need is this other door card. There we go. I'm gonna put this into the cab with me. I don't care if the other thing flies out on the way back, but this thing needs to be safe and sound. Or wait, dude, I have my dang wrench on me. We can just do this right here, right meow. I gotta find the bolt for this though. Oh, come on, it's gotta be around here somewhere. Got it. It's right behind that top portion of the handle there. Now we can just swap it out for this guy. Interesting. Is the door messed up? Because that thing that was clipping through there is still clipping. Let me pop this back off. Oh, I wonder if it's just the window regulator. Let's unfasten those two bolts right there. Yeah, it's looking like we're gonna have to replace the window regulator. Also, there doesn't appear to be any glass, at least in this door. The other one checks out. Anyways, let's get this thing put on here and we'll head back home. I'm leaving the old one in the upholstery shop, dude. They can have it. You know, man, I mean, it was bound to happen eventually, right? I was kind of cooking. Wow, we hit a tree and everything. Yeah, that's less than ideal. I probably should have saved. And we're back at the gas station where we started. You know, those brown door cards that are available in the catalog, they don't sound too bad right about now, but unfortunately, that is where we're gonna have to wind things down at for today. I've got a stream for you guys in like 5 minutes, so I really do have to skedaddle. But once again, if you guys did enjoy, please leave a like, leave a comment, help support the dream by smashing that subscribe button, and I will see you in the next one. Thanks so much for watching, guys. Peace.